Hi, my name is Lottie. I go by Swollen Baby Fat online, however, and I've been an artist for my whole life, and I've been doing sketchbooks for the past 10 years now, which is kind of crazy. Probably over 10 years now, probably more close to like 11 or 12. But anyways, I'm here to show you my sketchbook that I dubbed Pink Drink. I primarily used ink in this sketchbook, primarily the Tombow dual pens and also calligraphy markers. I'll put the exact kind of pens like in the description, and so it'll be easier to find. And yeah, like I said, the sketchbook's name is Pink Drink. I was a new Starbucks barista when I started this sketchbook, and I just thought it would be kind of funny to give it a name that really, like, I don't know, set the time period. I use my sketchbook kind of as like time capsules. Yeah. I haven't done a sketchbook tour before like this, or actually I did one, but it wasn't very good, so I'm trying again. And yeah, I will begin now. Oh yeah, the sketchbook itself is just like a Michael's journal. I can't recommend it as like an actual sketchbook, really. It's just a little weird. Oh no, is it shaking? Okay, we're gonna just go with it. Yeah. I can't really recommend it as a sketchbook because it is for journaling, but it works with inks well enough, which is kind of what I was mostly doing then. So yeah. I will say there are mature themes in this, and especially including mental health related things. Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. So right away, as I said, it's not necessarily kid friendly, but I do love this doodle. I have like a really crappy JPEG of it, and yeah, and oh yeah, this is how long I had it. Not very long. This was a pretty quick one for me. I like often don't know what to do with the front pages and of sketchbook because, you know, like that pressure, the pressure of having the first page be good. So a lot of times I'll just kind of, I don't know, like I rip it off like a band-aid. And this is what I wrote. I write a lot in my sketchbooks too, because they're kind of like, I don't keep a diary really. I've never been very good at that, but I do love, I don't know, having a place to write, and is also artistic. They're just generally the place where I get out my feelings the most. So here's a bunny with a knife. This is a very good way to summarize my art, I feel sometimes, in terms of themes. I really like studying dog mouths. I think they're very expressive and very cool looking. I use them a lot in my art. I still draw them. I know the reference images that I used here because I've used them multiple times since, which I think is kind of funny. This is still one of my favorite drawings I've ever done, actually. It's a really good summation of this character's personality in a way. Cat mouths are also freaky and cool looking, just like dog mouths. And then this was just a study, and that's just a cat. I don't know. Especially like when I first started sketchbook, I try to not put a lot of pressure on trying to make it perfect at the beginning, because I used to do that all the time and then I would never use it. So this is kind of me overcoming it. This is definitely the calligraphy pen primarily, I think, with the inking here. I really love calligraphy. They're not calligraphy pens really, they're calligraphy markers, and I really suggest it if you like weird funky line weight. I was also sketching with markers a lot during this time period. This like really pretty pink one. Yeah, this is that character again, and I don't remember exactly what this says. I think it's something like along the lines of dumbass though. Okay. This is funny. Or not funny. I like this one. I love sphinxes. I love weird, half human, half animal things. I think that's like why I really like furries in a way, because they're just, I love human-like things with animal expressions. I don't know, it's just fun. I love this part. I love MGMT. You can kind of see that this marker is like kind of yellowing now, that I used some like whiteout pen on top of it. Not whiteout pen, I think it was like actually a marker, but it's kind of yellowing. I still have it. I should keep that in mind. But anyways, yeah, I also really like this drawing. I love MGMT. I love Little Dark Age. I don't know. It kind of changed my brain chemistry when I listened to that album. I was listening to a lot of Grimes during this time period. Like, it was like really, really bad actually. In terms of how much I was listening to her, I think I was like in the top 0.05% of listeners or something stupid one year of her, because I listened to a lot of music, and so therefore I listened to a lot of Grimes in that time period. Anyways, she was doing a lot of like AI and like technology kind of stuff, and so I kind of wanted to do a mask that also kind of looked like a skull going on, but also shoujo. I was trying to mix a whole bunch of themes, and I think it kind of worked here. Yeah, I do like this. I don't really like do technology themes in my art a lot personally, so it was fun to experiment. I was just doing some studies while I was listening to a rabbi online, like on YouTube. And so this was when I was first like really studying more Judaism, because I'm Jewish, and I wanted to learn more about my religion because I didn't like learn a ton about it when I was younger. I don't really have a lot to say about this. I think the way I did it was visually pleasing, however. Okay, I love this spread. I love drawing cakes. I love drawing little food. Food is so fun to draw. And this one was particularly pleasing. I love like little fancy cakes like this. I'm getting into like cake decorating again, so I can like make them in real life and look at them. And potentially, you know, eat them, I guess. I really like the 3D effects of the frosting I did. And then this was when I went to McDonald's with my friend Josh, and I just drew our surroundings. That my special request is mac sauce. I don't get this order anymore, but I used to get a double quarter pounder with mac sauce. I cannot do that anymore. My tummy hurts when I do that. This was some concept work for an album that I did with my friend Josh actually, and I ended up not using these concepts at all really. I ended up going with something kind of different really. But it was just like kind of the beginnings of like, I don't know, concept work. I don't really have a lot to say about it. Okay, I like this spread. This is my character V. I really like this part. I really like the emotion I captured. I think I did it relatively well actually. And then this is like that little song that Bubbles sings when she's talking, or that like little Powerpuff Girls song that's like really popular, or not really popular anymore, but you know, like the commercial. And then this was just like the back room of Starbucks, the one that I worked at. And I was just, I don't know, having a good time, self-comforting, listening to Powerpuff Girls music on my break. Okay, I love doing this. This was done with my boyfriend and his brother, and so the idea is you do like a little line, right? You like doodle a little line, and then somebody has to finish that doodle with whatever they want and incorporate that line. And this is my number one thing to do at restaurants with like people when we're bored. It's just so fun, and it's like collaborative, and it's funny. I enjoy it. I recommend it. I think this is just more of that. There's probably some inside jokes here. I really like it. And then I like to do like different colored pens so you can like remember who did what, but I think I only had 2 on me at the time. So this one, I love this page. I was just like working on expressions with this character again, and I don't know how I did this text, honestly. I fucking suck at doing any kind of text work in art, and I typically don't do it unless it's for friends or like something like that. But I've pulled this off, and I'm so very proud of it. It's probably my favorite thing on this page, honestly. Though this is very cute. But also Pikachu face meme. I don't know. This was just fun. I remember we were at stopping at, not a gas station, but like, I think we were in Burger King. But it was like in the middle of nowhere. It's very interesting. I still like this page. I don't really have a lot to say about it. It was very emotional at the time, but I don't know. I think about it often. And also, I love doing graphite. I want to do more graphite work in the future. It's just very time consuming for me personally, but I really like how I did the hatching in the background. I don't know. I like it. I don't think I mentioned this before, but I'm gonna have this whole thing like on my Ko-Fi. Coffee? I never know if it's Ko-Fi or coffee, honestly, guys. I should know that by now. But anyways, I'm gonna have this whole sketchbook like for free to download on my Ko-Fi. Yeah. Ko-Fi, coffee. Whee! Anyways, I didn't do a lot of mixed media in this sketchbook. This is the only page I think I really went hard with it on, but I really like it. It is one of my favorite pages in the sketchbook because of it, I think. And I really like the like contrast of the inking next to it. I really like how it transferred over. I love that kind of look. I think this was primarily oil pastels and ink and paint marker a little bit. Yeah. I also really love it when artists do like their color testing on the bottom. I always love that look. I don't do it often because I'm often just like go for it, which is not like the move most of the time, but it is a move that I do. I really like this. So this was like a sketch for a commission, but I wrote this poem next to it. It's my favorite poem I've ever written, actually. I really, really like it. And then this is my character BB. She's like a magical girl. That's her pet moth that like turns to a giant moth, and she flies around on it. But I think it's very cute. She wears like fairy K fashion for the most part, or like kind of 80s looking clothing too. Because that's kind of the time period she's set in. But I think I like this doodle still. I don't like do chibis that well that often. I think I like have a hard time figuring out their proportions a lot, but this is cute. Very dreamy. This one is like a weird one. I was thinking about like a specific person's like aesthetic that I don't like really like. It's not my aesthetic, but I like it. But yeah, I don't know. I really like her like halo crown of like random stuff. I wish I would have gone more detailed. Like these were supposed to be cherubs, but I think I just like stopped working on this. I do like the texture I created in her hair. Like these like little jaggedy lines are pretty nice. And I like her weird ass wrist. It's like very fucked up looking, but I am a fan of it. Don't got a lot to say. BB doing better now. That's all I gotta say. But I do like this page and the emotion that brings out of it. I don't know how legible it is to other people, but I do like this sketch. I love this page. I was really into shoujo eyes at the time. Like, I didn't really include it in my digital work that often, but I am always a little bit more experimental in my sketchbooks than I am with my digital work. And I really think this is cute. And also, but yeah, it's also funny. And then this was just coffee travelers at Starbucks that I like blind contoured, I think, which is just like drawing one continuous line on your page and then but not looking at it. So I think it's fun. I love that kind of stuff. I really like this page. It is a heavy one. I like how I drew the bunny. Yeah. I also like this. You know, a little bit of hope in everything we do. These are some cats that I drew. for, I don't know, ganbate. But essentially, but also my friend Remy told me to have good thoughts. I don't know. I just like them. They're cute. I think this one was a meme image actually, but I still like her. This was just me drawing my surroundings. I don't think they were like particularly good or anything, but I always like drawing my apartment like whatever apartment I'm living in at the time at least once. So I have memories of what, I don't know, what it looked like or like what I was doing at the time. And at the time I was watching Hannibal. This began my Hannibal obsession. I already had like kind of watched it a little bit in high school, but this is when it got out of control. Not out of control, but you know, we're having a good time. Some cat girls. We got some cat girls. Cat girls. I don't have a lot to say about them. More cat girl. And then this is my character B. I don't know, these are cute pinups. I was thinking about pinups at the time, I think. I really like how I captured her tummy here. It's good. Good tummy. Just some notes to myself and like how I wanted to create more good habits and like, I don't know, how depression affects the brain. I like this teddy bear. It's cute. And then this was some more notes of when I was reading listening to a rabbi again. I like this drawing a lot. Sometimes a ballpoint pen is all you fucking need. And then this is when I started to use my like India ink pen, like brush pen, a lot more in the sketchbook. I really like this little drawing. But yeah, it's just such a beautiful dark black and like the line weight is so good. I don't know, I really like it. And I had used it previously, but not like seriously. So this is when I was like, I need to level up. I need to be better. This is just a card I stuck in there. I still love this comic. I think it's so funny because it's so real. Yeah, and then this is cute. I drew a lot of this character in this sketchbook. This is like a little doodle of Lovely Lore. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, so. And then I still really like this comic. I did a lot more comics in this sketchbook. I think it's because it has this dotted line, so it's really easy to promote like making panels with, which I have a sketchbook right now that I don't think I have done a single comic in, but I don't know, I did a lot of them in here and I like it. And you can kind of see the notes. I always like seeing the notes of like the comic or like the planning of it. And then this is just my character Cherry in a kind of, not aristocrat, but some kind of Lolita fashion. And then this is still one of my favorite drawings actually of the sketchbook. It might be next to the one of her screaming in like the beginning. I really like this one. Yeah. And then this is when I began to create frames in my artwork. This is like, I think the first time I drew a frame, and I do that all the time now, so it's kind of cool to see the beginnings of that. This Pikachu always cracks me up every single time I open up this page. But also because it's like just such a like heavy ink drawing, or like really bold lines next to this kind of more delicate Madoka. I don't know, the duality of man or whatever. And then I really do love this Madoka drawing. It's still like one of my favorites I've ever done of her, I think. And then this was like for the Nitro Cold Brew tap at Starbucks. I just did a little life drawing of it. And these were some notes when I was trying to like figure out how to draw humans better. I don't know. I didn't really take any of these notes to heart, but they are really cute. I really do like these. and I think it works for the Mendoka girls specifically. I like this spread. Gun, Meduca. Homura makes me sad. That's all I gotta say. This is a sketch for a commission. This is so cute. And then, oh no, sadness. This is actually notes for a comic that I end up making like way later. But this is when I was trying to draw some strawberries. They're kind of hard to draw, and also then I put real strawberries either on top of the sketch or below it. Don't fucking do that. Don't put food in your sketchbooks because eventually they'll go bad, probably. I don't know. At the same time, this is like 4 years old and nothing bad has happened thus far, but it's probably like generally not the move. These are some notes for the album I was working on with my friend Josh, as in like I was doing the album art. I don't know how to do music. These are some cute animal girls, as is this whole sketchbook. These are the actual inks for the sketch, for the album I did for Josh. This is the one I ended up going through. I ended up going through a couple other iterations of this ink, like through this sketchbook, because I wanted to get the movement slightly different, but I ended up liking this one the most. I do think it's quite nice. And I still like this one too. It's very scary, but I like it. I'll also put the link for this album below so you can see how all the finished art looked, and also like support my friend Josh because he's sick in a good way. And then these were some lazy doodles I did of my character Ego as a cat. I don't really like them, but I don't know, they're doodles. This is part of the album art. See, I really like the textures. It might be kind of hard to see with the camera, but I used like the brush pen and it was like very dried out at that point, so it created this texture. I don't know, I really liked it. I don't remember what was here. Rest in peace, whatever was here. And then this is my character Mello. I wonder who she's based off of, but in some Lolita. She's very cute. I like it. More of her. And then this was the second attempt of the dancing sketch, which I don't like at all, actually. And the third attempt. I think this is the final attempt, maybe. This was when I was thinking about that collaboration between Lazy Oaf and Doc Martens, I'm pretty sure, where one shoe was pink and one was black and there's like hearts on it, and it was many years ago, but it haunts me. It haunts me that I didn't get them, but it's okay. I think I was trying to find like a humanization of Rylakuma for my sibling, because they really like Rylakuma. And then this is just a little bunny sketch that I think I did on the back of like a menu or something. This is my favorite ink of a vulture I've ever done, because I've drawn vultures quite a few times since, but damn, I don't know, I kind of went off. I was very comfortable with that brush pen at the time, and I was doing a lot of shape work, like learning about shapes and art, and I really liked it. This is my boyfriend, and as a furry, because I do that to everyone. I know if you're in my life, you will get a government assigned persona at some point. I guess I'm the government in this situation. Did my face just show? No. And then more of the dancing. Again, I used the first one, which I think is very funny. This is like the reintroduction of my character Dia. She's a centaur. She's always been a unicorn. I've had her since like my sophomore year of high school, and I'm 26 now. But she kind of re-emerged as a centaur when I started drawing her again. This is inks from the albums again. The perspective is so bad, but whatever, I think it's cute. More first furrification. And then this was actually the album cover. I did collage work with the whole thing, so all of them had mice, but yeah, this was the original ink for it. I wanted to create, I think, the colors kind of vibe that you would with those like colored pencils that have like multiple colors on them, you know? And I think I was kind of successful, but because this was all like Prisma colored. I really like the pink with this red in particular. I think it's very nice. More of that. Ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, more comics. Yeah, and then I also felt like I needed to do more background studies in this sketchbook, and add more color. I like kind of panicked and I was like, dude, it's too like late. Like the sketchbook is done. But I did it anyways. It's never too late. Oh shit. This was an inking of like when I was in downtown Chicago, because I used to live in Chicago area, and this was just in downtown Chicago. I was at a restaurant or something. I didn't finish, but I still like what I did do. Easter cake! I love Easter lamb cakes. For no real particular reason, I don't celebrate Easter or anything. I do like all the bunnies though. But I fucking love the Easter lamb cakes, man. This kind of looks like, what is it? The Da Vinci Man. Anyways, this is more life drawing of my surrounding areas. Very tall ceilings. This is when I dyed my hair pink. Yeah, I was really happy that I dyed my hair pink. And this is when this character became pink. More drawing of my boyfriend as a furry. This is when I was doing like Pokemon Doodle requests on Twitter, I think. They're very cute. Yeah. More Pokemon. I still like the pose on this Mew. I think it's very nice. I actually think I like this Gengar more than that one. I don't know. I felt like I messed up this one by inking it like that. But it's kind of sick. Some animals crying. I really was into the Ghibli tears at the time. I still am, but I was really going for it then. Gay! Yeah. And then this was just like, I was like taking notes for calling about an interview, because that helps a lot. That's like good scripts. Scripts help me a lot. And then this is a Go to Corn. I don't know. I think my shape language was better back then, actually. And then, yeah. Just a little, what is it? A little fortune. It's very sweet. We're still doing good. It's like year 8 with my boyfriend coming up, so that's pretty sick. And then here's some inks of some of my other characters. Yeah, and then it was nice. It had these like ribbons so you could keep track. I never used it correctly because I'm silly. But yeah, so that was Pink Drink. Thank you so much for looking through it. If you guys are interested, I can make more of these. I have so many sketchbooks. I don't know if you'd want to see the older ones because they're not like particularly technically good, like on like a technical level, because I was much younger. But at the same time, I always enjoy seeing people's old work and seeing how they grow. So if that's something you guys want, I'd be happy to do it. Otherwise, like I said, this will have a download thing on Ko-fi. Once again, don't know how to say it. It'll have, anyways, there'll be a link for it, so you can look through it at your own discretion if you wish. Or leave me a little tip, a little fun money. Feed him. No, actually, he can feed himself. He's an adult. He's a good job. She, however, needs to be fed. Feed her via tipping me for downloading a sketchbook. Not really, I'll be fine. So will she. She's like, never mind. I don't need to have a role-playing moment with my Melody and Kirby. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. No, but seriously, thank you for viewing my work. I always really appreciate support, or the support you guys give me anyways, and I love looking through other people's sketchbooks, so I hope this was fun. Yeah, thank you so much and have a good day. Bye.